I was recently gifted this Radio Shack TRS-80 Color Computer 2, also known as the CoCo 2. All I was told was the machine was found in a barn, it may or may not work, and best of luck with it. If I had any questions, I could reach out to them for help. So sit back, relax, and let's check out this barn find Radio Shack TRS-80 Color Computer 2. So this machine was gifted to me by Tim of Sibling Rivalry. I'll put a link down in the description to the channel, as well as Tim's personal YouTube channel. And he also runs a website where he writes about CoCo computers and MAME and things like that. So Tim, thank you for this awesome barn find. We're going to open up the box and see what is inside, because I have not looked in the box yet. But from what I can tell, this is definitely a barn find. This box is pretty roached out. But here we go. We're opening it up. Oh my goodness. Look at that thing. Oh my goodness. That thing is yellow and dirty. Ugh. There could be some critters in there. Let me check that out really quick.
It's a Radio Shack Merry Christmas.
This year, I needed to give a real family pleaser.
Honey, please, help me with this budget.
How about a new game, Dad? Please?
And I found it. Radio Shack's Color Computer 2. On sale for just $99.95. It entertains, educates, manages. It's expandable and affordable. Now that really pleases me.
The Color Computer 2. Sale priced for Christmas. Only at Radio Shack.
Okay, we're back. Here is the machine out of the box, as you saw in the previous clip. The original foam pieces were there. But yeah, inside the box was actually pretty dirty, but that's okay because it was a barn find, and I've seen worse. But man, woo, something had been living in the box. It smelled really bad. I had to get it out of here, and it's outside airing out. But here is the machine, and under the machine was all the books and stuff still in a bag. The bag was pretty dirty. I blew it off with the air compressor. So this is all still sealed. We'll open this at some point. But yeah, here is the machine. As you can see, it's pretty yellow. It's pretty dirty. It's going to need some TLC. So here it is. You can see it's really, really dirty. Some yellowing. There's the side. Here's the back. The other side. I did notice the badges kind of coming up right there. We can resecure that. That's not too much trouble. Let's flip over, look at the bottom. Here's the bottom of the machine where you can see the serial number. Check that out. Serial number 1234. That's actually pretty cool. This is model 26-3027. And check this out. Down here, breaking seal, void your service warranty, Radio Shack Service Center. So to get into here, I'm going to have to break this warranty seal here. I will use a razor blade in trying to get that off. But yeah, I think the first steps with this machine are, I'm not even going to try to power it on. I'm just going to open it up and clean this case a little bit, because this thing is pretty grody. And I'm not wearing gloves. All right, we're in handheld mode. I got the machine opened up. I was able to get the warranty sticker off all in one piece. You can see it there. So I could actually put some glue and reattach it. So that's great that I was able to save that. It was missing one screw, not under the warranty sticker. But those look pretty common, so I should be able to get some of those at the hardware store. And look inside. There's a critter right there. Remnants of some other stuff. But yeah, it's pretty dirty in here. But almost all the chips are socketed, which is really cool. And I've already looked under the keyboard here. So under the keyboard, all the RAM chips are socketed. So stock, this has 16 KB of memory, but I could replace those chips with 4164s, 8 of them, and run a jumper and then make this machine 64 KB, which I will want to do to this machine. But first, like I was mentioning, got to clean this case. So I'm gonna take it outside, blow it out, and give this this case a good scrubbing. Here's the top. See all the dirt and everything, but if you flip it over, that's the color of what it would be before dirt and yellowing. And then there's the yellowing. But yeah, look at that. Alrighty, let's get this thing blown out.
2 hours later.
All right, we're back in handheld mode. I'm getting ready to do a smoke test. But before I do that, I want to show that I've got the bottom part of the case cleaned the motherboard. Still need to work on the keyboard. Haven't even touched it other than removing it from the case. I have cleaned the top of the case. It is currently air drying. But before I do the smoke test, remember earlier in the video I was talking about wanting to upgrade from 16 KB to 64 KB, and that involved replacing these 8 RAM chips and then doing a jumper. And the jumper is on W1, which is right there. W1. And if you notice, it's already jumpered. So then I looked up these RAM chips that are Tandy branded, and this has already been upgraded to 64 KB of memory, and it's got the extended BASIC. So that must have been done at the factory when this warranty service center sticker was put on the machine. There's no date or anything, so no idea when that might have happened. But yeah, so now we're going to do a smoke test. Let's go ahead and point the camera at the TV, hit the power button, and we got a green screen. Oh, and now a blue screen and a purple screen. Don't even know what that means. Reset. Green screen with a bunch of exclamation points. Green screen is normal, exclamation points, no clue what that means. So we are going to have to research that and hopefully get back to this in a moment.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Well, hello there. We're back, and it's been way more than 10 hours. It's been 24 to 48 hours, and in that time, I had to do some troubleshooting. I reached out to Adrian Black of Adrian's Digital Basement. He and I had some conversations. He sent me the link to the service manual, the technical service manual for the CoCo 2. I will put a link to that down in the description. Very, very useful. And then I went out to my bench in the garage, hooked up my oscilloscope, and I started checking the CPU as well as the SAM chip, and I was getting some weird signals. So I asked Adrian if he had a spare CPU or a spare SAM chip. Nope. Looked on eBay. Nope. Then I thought, you know what? I should reach out to Tim. And Tim is the friend that gifted me this CoCo 2. And he said he had another barn find parts machine. Didn't know anything if it worked or not, whatever, but I could have it for testing purposes. So went, met up with him, got that, did some testing and some chip swapping back and forth. And lo and behold, the CPU was in fact bad. And that's on U23, as well as the SAM chip that is on U22. Got that going, so the machine was working, and then another issue popped up. The RAM chip right here was bad. So I replaced that, and now, hopefully, the machine is working. But before I fire it up, I want to show you the keyboard, because in the last 24 to 48 hours, I cleaned up the keyboard. So here is the keyboard. Check that out. Nice and clean. The up and down arrow, left and right arrow, you can see some keys here. Whoops. Keys here that are yellowed. Keys over here that are yellowed. But overall, that thing looks amazing. And this is what they call the melted keyboard. but there's screws, which is awesome. So I can get into here and fix that if I ever need to. They're not melted. So I don't know, does that mean this is the melted keyboard? All you CoCo 2 people out there, let me know so I know what I'm talking about, because I'm new to the CoCo 2. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to pop in the keyboard here really quick, and then we'll fire it up and show you the machine working. All right, the keyboard is reconnected. I've got the TV turned on. It's an LCD. I'm not using my Sony Trinitron like you saw in the previous testing video. Reason being, trying to get the CRT refresh rate synced up with my camera was a pain in the butt. So I used a Phono F adapter, plugged it into the coaxial on this LCD monitor, and now I'm going from the RF on the unit to the TV. All right, let's hit the power button, see what happens. Well, look at that. Extended Color BASIC 1.0, copyright 1980 by Tandy, under license from Microsoft. Okay. Huzzah! Exclamation point. That is awesome. All right, let me put the cover back on so you can see how that cleaned up, and we will wrap up this video. Well, here it is, all put back together. The keyboard's clean, the case is clean. It's still yellowed. I'm going to need to retrobrite it, but now that we're in cooler weather, fall weather, not a lot of sun, not a lot of heat, that's going to have to wait till probably early next year, 2023. I do not have an indoor retrobriting setup. I do it outside with the sun and the heat. So again, that's going to have to wait. But at this point, I have a working Radio Shack TRS-80 Color Computer 2, and I'm very excited. So what's next? I need to track down some software, some cartridges. I do have a TRS-80 cassette player with the cable, so I can use that. I would like to find some sort of SD card solution. I know those are out there, but if you have any recommendations, comment down below, let me know. I also want to upgrade the video. RF stinks. It is horrible. It looks all right on the LCD, but yeah, it's horrible. I know there's a VGA solution out there. I need to check into that. I know there is a composite video solution out there. Also need to check into that. If there are any other upgrades that you think I should do to this machine, let me know down in the comments. Thanks to Tim for this awesome barn find, trash to treasure, if you will, rescue. It's now working and I'm happy. It's got 64 KB of memory. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of rambling. I apologize, but I'm just excited that after multiple days, this machine is finally working. With that, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters. You can see them right there. I'm going to zoom in on that. These are the folks that support me on Patreon, patreon.com/geek with social skills. Please be sure to check out the links in my description. I've got friends of the channel. I've got links to Tim's YouTube channels, his website, etc. So with that, thank you for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you in the next video.